Alright, we're ready now.
Satsuki.
So here we are in the Tower of Latria. Or Latria?
I don't know. I used to say Latria. Lately, I've been saying Latria. I don't really know why, but I completely said Latria for the longest
Latria, I
time.
think, actually sounds cooler. Well,
Uh,
I don't know, actually.
I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
But
It's like the whole Saria Saria one. It's like,
yeah,
which
well,
one sounds cooler?
no, I care. I'm completely on the side of Saria. But look at my dude. Here. You see how he's holding his shield?
Yeah.
It's upside down.
Yeah.
And then they turned it up in this weird way with their arms that no other game I've ever seen do this. Like look the way Link holds his shield. You know, he has like a brace on the arm that he like a handle he puts his arm through and holds it up with his forearm horizontal, and they hold it upside down and turn it up like that. And I've gotten totally used to it where I don't even think anything of it anymore. But when I first started playing this, I was so fucking aware of how
Yeah,
they
me
did
too.
that.
Especially just in the idle stance. You hold it so far out. It actually made it seem like it was more realistic. Because it's just like... It also made it's very Demon Souls-esque. It always reminds me of that now. I'm always going to think of this game when I think of holding a shield like that. Because it doesn't
Yeah,
seem like
definitely.
it covers you in the super defensive way. But it seems like it covers you in this skillful way where you've got to choose where you're guarding.
Yeah, I remember you saying, doesn't it look really natural when I told you about it? And I was like, no. I didn't think it looked natural at all. I thought it looked really awkward and uncomfortable.
This is a really interesting place. There's a lot to say about it, but I don't want to talk about everything so far because there's a lot that changes and a lot that you experience. Could you get the fuck out of the way, please, you little bitch?
Long gone.
But just off the bat, it's really cool that you're in this, like, the scale of this prison is enormous, and
Yeah, look up too. You're actually outside, and I didn't
yeah.
realize that at first. Oh shit.
I didn't realize that at first either. In fact, I might not have realized that until just now.
Oh really?
I kind of felt like you were in some kind of like cathedral mansion, like just superstructure.
Dude, those Cthulhu heads, whatever you want to call them, I called
Yeah.
them that for a while when I first started playing it. I remember I showed up in this level and I'm just in a cell with the Archstone, which I think it's really cool that you just start in a cell with the Archstone. That looks cool. And
Yeah.
then I'm just walking down, everything's locked, and then I see that thing. I go up to fight him, and he fucking stuns me with his like electrical attack. And I'm just like like that, and then he impales me, and I'm dead in one hit. And I was just like, this is going to be a hard fucking level,
It is a hard area your first time through.
definitely.
And it's a damn annoying area every time through. But there are some cool things about this. And, those chairs with all the spikes are cool. There's a lot of torture elements in this game. Which is interesting because there's so many different explanations you can get about this place without looking into the lore or anything.
Yeah, I like how there's definitely a story to every level. There's just you can put it together by looking at it.
Yeah.
Don't you sigh at me and run off. I'll kill you.
Bring it on. The next episode is going to be all duels between me and him. And we should actually do that.
Yeah, we should, so we can stop being friends. There's the key.
Right. Well, it's always me who wins, so you always just can't take it. But.
I like how it's called the Prison of Hope too, and there's just nothing hopeful about
Exactly, yeah. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and blow my load immediately, but,
this. Okay.
well, let me see that pretty face of yours. That'll help. No, but, the way I feel about this area is, and especially bringing up the Prison of Hope, this was their last hope. This is the way I see it as this area. This was like a government attempt, sort of like the occupation, occupation of different places, or like the concentration camps, or the Japanese camps in World War II.
Yeah, those internment camps.
Yeah. That is so fucking annoying. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna keep you
Now
in
let
this.
me
You
do
can
it.
just stay in that cell while I'll tell this story. But I was doing the same thing to you when we first went through it. But the way I imagine it was all these people had this idea of making a like this superstructure where they would put all the people who are going insane because of this demon fog thing in here until they found a cure, some way of dealing with it. But eventually, the people in here, like the people who were the wardens and everything, like maybe the Cthulhu heads, they started turning into these demons, and all these demons started like the wardens and everything. They slowly had to start putting them in the cells too, until eventually every single person who was in there was either in a cell or wandering around crazy outside the cells, and just like all hope was lost in this prison of hope.
Exactly. It's really ironic. It's completely intentionally ironic.
Right, yeah.
And also, like, all the coffins and shit just stacked on shit. Like, you know, there were some dead people in there. They died. We don't give a shit. You know, there's just coffins everywhere. Like, this is a really gloomy place. And this is one of my favorite areas in the game. This level, not to play, but aesthetically is really nice. But this level, it's just a labyrinth that gets so confusing. And it's just tedious to go through, and I'm really glad we already did it with my character.
It's too tedious. It's too tedious. Oh, fuck you.
Shit.
Yeah, these guys are tough when I first fought them, they were tough.
They broke my damn arm.
You go at them, and then they'll fucking stun you, and then you try and retreat, and they'll hit you with that fast attack. If you can just avoid their stun attack, they're no problem.
Yeah, they really are. And once I started using ranged attacks, it was no big deal. Just my first character used like no ranged attacks, and I didn't use any spells or anything. I don't completely remember the build I did, but I remember my final sword that I was like, okay, this is the sword I'm going to use, was the fucking large sword of searching, which is just a subpar sword.
I remember when I first saw this game, and I was looking on the wiki to decide what I wanted to do. That's the sword I wanted to use.
It looks badass.
I'm not a huge fan of the way it looks, but I liked how much damage it did, and I think it may have scaling. I don't know. I don't think I was super familiar with how scaling works perfectly either.
It scales with luck.
Oh, okay. But
shitty.
But I completely changed my mind. By the time I had gotten to a point where I could have used the large sword of searching, I no longer had any. It would have been like a complete downgrade to use it. So I never ended up using that sword. But I did have plans to use it because I thought the effect was cool, and I thought how much damage it did, and I also liked how it was this big sword. I wasn't a huge fan of how it was like broken up in its design, but
I actually like it. I like the way it looks. I don't like its effects really. It does bleeding damage, which I actually didn't know until I just a few days ago fought somebody I invaded with. They were using the sword and it was making me bleed. But bleed damage is nothing in this game.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It
just
shouldn't
like
even
poison
be in the game.
damage or curse is nothing in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2 cursed is nothing. I remember I got cursed by the pursuer and I was just like, oh, is there any way to go over there?
No.
And I was just like, oh shit, what happened? And then I asked you, and you're like, I don't know what cursing does. But I have a funny story about right here. One of the first times I got invaded, back when I just could not deal with invaders because I did not know how to play this game well, I tried running away from him. And this was it was like my first time into the level, so I was like, oh, a pathway, and I was running, and I just ran right off the fucking ledge and died. And
There's no ledge there.
No, yeah, look. It's fucking... Oh, wait, I'm thinking... Okay, I didn't know the rail was there. Okay, it's a different spot. This whole damn level looks the same. But it was one of the levels without the railing.
Directions.
It was one of the areas without the railing right there, and I just ran right off because you did it when we were just playing through recently.
I fall off the railing every fucking time I play this level.
I know, you're an idiot. And then you make your sexy orgasm sound when you're about to fall.
Damn! No! But, dude, falling off this level, it's like this would not be the Tower of Latria if I did not fall off every fucking time. And this is the pattern with it. We've talked about it before, but it's like you go through it really cautiously your first time through, and you're like, I know this place is a piece of shit. Either it's your first time and you're cautious, or it's your second, third, fourth time and you know this place sucks, so you're cautious. But then I fucking die, and then I just like fuck it, I'm rushing through it, and then I just die over and over in these stupid fucking ways.
Right, I did the exact same thing, but when making invasion characters, I had to play through this level several times, and it was just, I really
It's not
know.
locked. It's not unlocked.
Oh, because that's not the way you go over here. That's the last one you unlock. Follow me, idiot. Scrub.
But,
Hey, this is what I think about how you thought that would unlock.
I like the Gothic architecture in this area as well. Like, just, as much as I like, the Firelink Shrine aesthetic, the grass on a stone and overcast weather, this is also a really cool style of architecture and scenery where it's like all this dull shade of green and it's all gothic and dark and gritty. I think it looks pretty damn cool.
Isn't it a little early in the morning to be talking about Gothic architecture?
No, I
Okay, now we go this way.
I had my 5-hour energy.
Oh, I took a picture of it too on Facebook.
Everyone buys I'm so sick of people. People buy 5-hour energy and lotto tickets and scratchers. If you buy any of that, go to hell. I hate you.
Uh-oh, here comes our work rant.
And another thing about those damn fucking hollows and the skeevers.
I'm tired of all the hollows coming into work. No,
I'm trying I've got
What?
plenty of some people call these odds and ends, but me, I call them treasure, and I'm trying to sell this shit. All right.
Oh god, I do want to complain just because you reminded me of that. I am so tired of the fucking religious people when I work on Saturday peddling their fucking religious wares in front of my fucking ways that I have to walk into, distracting the customers, getting me bitched at because I'm not moving fast enough. Fuck you all, there is no God.
That's really
Anyway.
cool. Fucking like coffins as well. I forgot that they had coffins all over the place. It's again
I just
like
said that.
oh, sorry. I only listen to like interesting things, but or interesting people, I should say. But
I'm the only person you talk to.
don't you fucking do this to me. But and there's these Iron Maidens all over the place. But it's like they were so fucking this place was so crowded with death and disease. It's like they're just putting people, they're hanging people on the ceilings and
Yeah,
putting
I love
people
their-
in coffins and Iron Maidens.
I love the way they hang from the ceilings. I love their physics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
although the chains, the chain, it doesn't make any sense. Like that room where you start, if you play with the chains, it looks fucking awful. It does not look like a chain at all. It
I've
looks
never
like
noticed.
it looks like it's cloth or yeah, it looks like a rope, like it's cloth. Get it over with. Get it all out of your system.
There's always one in every game, some gesture neither of us can stop doing constantly.
Although this one takes like 30 seconds.
Take this. I also like how there's just a ton of them in one. Like, why are there just a ton in one cell? Do they just run out of room? Like, you go in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I imagined. Like it was started like, okay, we'll make this thing like 40 stories tall, and everyone will get their own cell, and we'll hire this huge staff, and then they just started getting more and more people that were affected by this illness, and then more people going crazy, and then you've got like the church that starts affecting people, and that singing, it's perfect timing. It's just so eerie.
I know. Before I knew what that was, and when I first played this, I'm just walking through the level, and there's just that quiet, like, strange ambient noise, kind of like reminiscent of Silent Hill 2. And then I just started hearing, oh! It was just really fucking weird. I really liked it.
You're fighting these worthless enemies, these prisoners who are fucking in these weird religious garbs, and then you hear the singing, but it goes on and off. It'll stop and go dead silent. That is so cool. This game uses sound really well. In a way that's like specific to the Souls games. It could use some more sound, but I would never question the way they're gonna do the next game or anything like that.
I really wouldn't mind just a bit more music or just more sound. Just sometimes there's way too much. Sometimes there's just way too much silence, and it just starts getting kind of bland feeling.
Yeah, especially like but there are some areas like when I first played. You know what? I'll save that for another time.
But this kind of reminds me. I think this might have been what inspired the Undead Asylum in Dark Souls.
You think? I think this is what inspired the That's very possible. But to me, Tower of Latria was always the same as the area where you fight the Duke's Archives.
No, I don't see it.
You don't, because there's prison cages there as well,
It's not the same.
and that's where all the spellcaster shit is.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not even close to the same. I think this is way more like the Undead Asylum than it is the Duke's Archives.
I agree with you actually, but I hadn't thought about that before. But I do still think that there's a very
Well, I mean, it could have
definite
inspired both. Yeah.
yeah, there's a very definite Duke's Archives similarity as well. Like the Cthulhu heads and those fucking
I'm still alive.
and those fucking weird those prisoners of those Seath, the captured women who got turned into those tentacle monsters in the Duke's Archives. Should I drop down as well?
No,
Did you drop down? Did you drop down on accident?
Yeah, that was an accident. I'm too afraid you'll die. I know how to get back up there though, so that's not the first time I've ever done that. Okay, I needed to watch that step. But,
Watch as I go Super Saiyan. Dun 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 dun. Oh fuck.
Did you cast warding on yourself?
Yeah, no protection.
Is that any good? I don't even think I've used it.
It's all right.
Warding is... I did the same damn thing. No worry, I know how to get up to you, though. But yeah, warding is like... It's annoying in player versus player. Because people cast warding, it's like, oh, let me do 5 damage with this great weapon for fucking 20 minutes. But, did you pick any...
What a scrub.
Did you get any keys back there?
No.
I mean, like, just recently, have you gotten any keys? Because I think...
Dude, I have no fucking idea what's... Recently, nothing's happened recently. I did get keys off this wall, I think. I don't know.
Okay, we'll just wait right there. Daddy's coming. I actually remember where to go this time. But that's one of the things I don't like about this level is you can make the same mistake 100 times because it all looks the same.
Yeah. That's a huge complaint. It all looks the fucking same.
I mean...
Not only is it repetitive in its structure, it all looks exactly the fucking same, with very little difference. Like, rooms like this, yeah, but mostly it all looks the damn same.
I used your fucking guidance stones to find you, but
Well, that's what they're for.
I do like,
Oh, you know what? Maybe they wanted you to use those.
Yeah, they probably wanted to do kind of like a crystal caves kind of thing here. Well, I don't think we go this way. No, we don't. I know where to go, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, follow me. We go back through here. I do kind of like how the only way you could get through it all is through some of the tower just being destroyed.
Did you just fall off?
No. I just came come back to where your guidance stones are. But, and what are these things right here? These, like, cauldrons.
I guess they're cauldrons.
I'm not sure what they're. That's why I said like cauldrons, but
I think they're just brewing potions for those weird octopus Cthulhu guys.
What are those guys? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think they are just Cthulhu men.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think those enemies look really cool, but they're really fucking annoying to fight.
And now we're out in the back, and you killed that guy in one hit.
Awesome. Yeah, get a shot of this. This looks really cool.
Yeah, this is fucking awesome.
This is like some crazy, almost futuristic-looking city in the distance.
This is like a dystopia. This is like a medieval dystopia. No dystopia. This is honestly, it reminds me of something you would see in an episode of Samurai Jack, where
I agree.
He's in this natural environment where there are giant swords and everything's made out of stone. It's sticking out of the ground. But this looks way cooler because of the 3D rendering and everything. It's just like, this is the kind of shit that makes these games awesome. Like that giant web. Are we in some kind of crazy glass hexagonal dome, or is that some spell? Is it some like seal? Who knows?
I also like the way it uses backdrop because it is clearly using a backdrop and it's not the most realistic looking backdrop. But I actually think that adds a certain charm to what this atmosphere looks like. I mean, I'm just in a tower, and I'm in one of many towers in this crazy city, but it's all so far away I can't reach it. You know, I'm stuck in here, and this is barely functioning as it is.
Yeah, and again, it's just exploring this like used up environment. Everything here no longer serves its purpose, and that's pretty much a theme of all the Souls games.
Definitely.
You're in a place that's long since ever been used in a reasonable way.
Yeah, nothing.
That's such a cool idea, and they abuse it, and it's awesome every time.
It's always like this was once something great, but now it's all fucked up.
Now,
I like these guys in the pots too. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, that's always cool to see, like living people in pots. That's something you don't always expect.
I see it every day, but
yeah, but honestly, I have a story actually. When I was in the Undead Burg, I thought I was expecting like this would be interesting if this was like a bustling city and I was raiding it, but now after all I've played of these games, it would not be a Souls game if there was like a bustling city anywhere.
No, I would not like that. That's for Bethesda games.
Right. Although
maybe
future Souls games could do something different, but
which Lotus heals poison?
Royal Soldiers.
Yeah, it's I think it's Royal actually.
Oh, okay. I always thought Soldiers because I thought Soldiers would be getting poisoned more.
Yeah.
But I guess Soldiers get the plague as well. Soldiers just get everything, and the Royal people don't really get inflicted with many diseases at all, except for the ones.
Did we go to the other side? I don't think we explored the other side yet.
All right. Make sure you don't fall off some hole. I feel like this is about where I would normally tumble off into the hole. Yeah. But that's been your job so far.
Yeah, I haven't died though. You died like 3 times when we were going.
That's the thing. I'll do it when it fucking counts. I'll tumble off a hole when it fucking kills me.
After you, sir.
After you, good sir. Okay, so here's the source of the singing. I honestly think it would have been cooler if you just never found the source of the singing, but she is an interesting character. They did make an interesting character out of the explanation for the source of the singing.
But like, I'm with you. I would have liked if we never got to see it.
Yeah. Although you didn't even know it was her until I told you, so I probably ruined that for you.
Yeah, you did. I'd forgotten all about that, but I remember it now. I didn't. I guess I just didn't put together that it stopped when you got to her because I didn't go to her very much, and sometimes it just stops randomly in the level anyway. So I just thought it just happened to stop. But,
she gives you the ring of.
What? Yeah, I just wanted you to get this dead rat on camera.
Oh yeah, there's a dead rat right in the first room you start. I like that.
Yeah,
you spawn into the area and there's a fucking dead rat right next to you, and they're big too.
Yeah, those are big fucking rats. That's like the size of a house cat.
Yeah, well, not the manly house cats that I've ever owned, but yeah. Here's about where Jeremy's first dead. Hey, why don't you step on the flowers? They're big man feet.
Already did.
But
race.
The Ring of Avarice. That's an item that I would have thought was like really good when I started playing the Souls games. It's like, oh, you get more souls because that's the RPG mentality. It's like anything that's like a currency or used for leveling up, experience way more valuable. In this game, this is really crazy to hear myself say actually, but like strategy and gameplay experience is way more valuable than actually like leveling up your character experience.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot better. Where the gameplay itself is more important than just being at really high level. Getting
your experience at the system mechanics and the gameplay is way more valuable than being a strong character. That's really cool, and that's very rare in today's modern gaming world.
It's pretty much not existent.
Yeah.
I think this is where Free Boy is.
Did you know that they're making a movie out of The Last of Us?
It was already a movie. You don't need to make a movie.
Exactly.
Hey, where'd you go?
I'm over here showing the camera about the chains that don't look realistic at all.
When you say over here, let me tell you something. 100% of the time.
I said over here and then I described it. So.
That could be anywhere. This whole damn level looks the same.
Well, now you know what I'm doing. So, hey, Free Boy.
Are you by Free Boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Free Boy just told me something. He's like, that guy you're with is a fucking asshole.
Oh yeah.
I am Free Boy.
I am Sage Free Boy. I really like how there's just people locked in the level, and you can bring them into. Well, not just locked, but like there's people just captured or trapped or something in every level, and you save them and bring them back to the Nexus. I think that's interesting.
When I first got here, I actually thought he was some eminent spirit, because all I saw was his orb. I didn't see him in the corner. So I actually thought like Sage Freak is some fucking holy ghost or something like that.
Yeah, that is cool. What is that he's casted to? He's just sitting there with some orb of light.
It's just a super fucking fancy,
I think we go down here.
Pretentious ball of light. He could have just cast ball of light, but he's like, no, cast the one that looks like I'm a fucking crazy magician.
I don't like how they're called magicians in this game, because it just makes me think of some guy with a top hat and a mustache going like, "Now I will saw her in half. Magdalene, could you please get my saw? Now get in the box." You know, just call them wizards or something.
Just yesterday, I was remembering some video I saw where some guy sawed like literally sawed someone in half accidentally, and that was really interesting. What?
How do you saw someone in half by accident?
He was doing the trick and he fucked it up.
Oh,
and
I thought
you
just meant like in general, like somebody just sawed
oh
someone in
shit!
half.
I slipped and then slowly put all my force and effort into sawing her torso in half. Damn it!
This is where Lord Gaydell is, but please help me. I also like that.
Help me.
How that goes on throughout the level. You just constantly
yeah.
Please help me. You know, you wonder
Dude, when I first started playing this level, there was honestly some things that weren't creeping me out, but were definitely like I said, reminiscent of the survival horror games.
Or at least just, well, no, it is kind of survival horror-like, because you have to find all these keys and backtrack like a motherfucker.
And then
that's the worst thing.
I didn't know what was. I thought Sage Freak was saying, "Please help me," and then I just didn't know. Too. And I was like, "What is going on? Please help me." That's just such a. And then you hear the fucking singing. All of this creates such great ambiance and such a cool environment.
Yeah, you can't. Oh yeah,
it's old school ambiance.
I remember I really wanted to get here because it had the fluted armor, and I don't know how I knew that, but. This level also is so hard to get pure white world for some reason for me. And I don't know what it is, but getting this rubble to not be here, which it won't be on pure white world, is such a pain in the ass. And to get Lord Rydell's key, you have to fucking go to the next level after this, and you have to have pure white world to find it and come back. There's just so much backtracking in this level.
I like Lord Rydell's grunts as well. Ooh!
Yeah, he's just so miserable.
I thought that was someone getting tortured when I first started playing this game. And that's what was so cool about it to me. Where's the fluted armor?
Actually, it's not right here. I think I was wrong.
That was so fucking, like, eerie and, like, creepy when I was playing this game for the first time. It was like, just hearing his, like, miserable, distressed grunt. It was fucking crazy.
I know, it's awesome just how fucking miserable he's like,
It's funny as well, but it's definitely really cool. I'm resisting.
Right here, this is where you need to go. This spot eluded me for so long, I could not fucking find it. I just walked right past it. It's hidden really well. And that, again, is another thing that games don't do that much anymore, that they used to do all the time, where there's just this passageway that you might just miss because you weren't fucking looking close enough.
Yeah, I like that too. When I first saw that, like there was a passageway in the middle. a passage.
A passage.
Oh, that's cool. I like this really small cell. It's like they started running out of room, and they had a really dangerous guy. They put him in here, and then you go in there, and it's like there's no one in there, so he must be running around or something. I don't know. Just things that let you create stories by just making it a little different for the layout of the area.
Right, and that's a good thing about these games is you can create your own stories in your head, but it's all there. I mean, you can use what they've done, like the design and enemies that they've done well. You can use it to come to your own conclusions in your head, and that's a lot more fun than just having everything spelled out to you, like in The Last of Us, for instance. I mean, and you know what? Everything is spelled out to you except for the very end of that game. which actually once you realize, once you beat it, it's like that is also completely spelled out for you, and everyone's acting like it's just this amazing story.
Yeah.
You know, hey, well, welcome back to Let's Play The Last of Us. But I see it at work. I see advertisements for the Last of Us PS4 edition or whatever it's
Right.
called all the time. So I've been thinking about it a lot at work because I just see advertisements for it everywhere.
I've got to drop some shit.
I just picked up your kite shield.
You did?
Yeah, do you want it back?
Yeah.
Again,
Uh,
why'd
yeah.
you drop? You dropped it. It's like I want that back though.
Quick intermission.
I can forge weapons for you at a fair price.
Okay. And just like that, we're live.
All right. Yeah,
Your character doesn't look like the little bitch she used to be.
Yeah, the way my character looks right now is almost my favorite armor combination, I guess. I'm wearing the wizard gloves and boots just because to have the quick roll. But I like the gloom armor with the brushwood helmet. I like to wear the fluted leggings and brushwood gauntlets with it. I just think it looks really cool. But using a rapier and spiked shield with it, it doesn't look right.
Yeah, your character looks like some fucking goofball. He looks like a Joker or something.
With that rapier?
With the rapier and the weird mismatched armor,
Yeah.
and then also the spiked shield, which is a nice touch.
I like the spiked shield, honestly. It's not a bad shield.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I don't use it very much. I remember I had this method for this super weak character I had when I was playing this level, that I was able to use Flame Toss twice without losing any magic. I mean, without losing all my magic against the Cthulhu heads, and they would still just be like alive for one more hit, so I'd use my Spike Shield real fast. And it was pretty fun. I had a lot of fun
I have
doing
a story real fast about this.
that. Okay.
Don't kill the enemy yet.
Well, no, I won't.
But when I first saw this, first of all, I was surprised that there was something different in this level. But also, fuck.
Yeah, be careful. That thing will fuck you up.
There's no. It's hard to tell when he's like recovered from an attack. But
Just keep your distance altogether.
yeah, he just attacks also. But I was playing this game with Chris, and he made a joke that was it wasn't so funny, but one of us made the joke where we called it my ex-wife. Like this thing, the name of this enemy was my ex-wife because it just looked so hideous. But then the ex-wife killed Chris, and then it was like what happens? Like, oh, my ex-wife, the ex-wife killed me, and then we didn't realize the joke was running, and then I was just sitting there and we were talking because we were on Skype, and I was like, he's like, where are you? And I was like, I'm just in the room with your ex-wife. And he's like, yeah, okay, is she dead? And I was like, yeah. And we said all that without realizing the second connotation, like I'm in a room with his ex-wife, and it was pretty funny. Go ahead and make fun of my friends now. I know you want to. Thank you for saving your applause.
This is a cool cutscene.
It is, yeah.
You can see
that is such a cool device that I like a 14-year-old would come over.
As I was saying, I like how you can see this fucking different area too, like this area of the level that looks completely different. And that I really like that area of the level that we're about to get to.
Me too. It looks way cooler and
way more fun to play.
We already talked. Well, this area is cool. It gets even cooler, but it's just I'm so sick of this area by the time I'm through it. It looks cool,
I hate this spot. The cells are annoying, but when you get out of the cells and you get to the tower and everything, it's a really cool level, and it's one of my favorite looking areas in all of the Souls games.
Yeah.
I like how you open that gate and everything too. And
the second level of this is one of my favorites level. Like after you beat this area, but also the approach to the boss of this particular level looks awesome.
I also like how you have to come out to these dangerous paths where the gate's broken to get items. It's really cool, and it really made me nervous when I first played it.
Absolutely. When I was made me nervous, and I was used to the fucking Dark Souls what do you call it? Scaffolding, like doing that dangerous run. And this is something that people complain about with the Souls games, but I just am completely fine with this shit. Like, I play video games to play them, and as much as you want to progress so much while you're playing video games, really, the time you spend learning it and enjoying it, that's the time that you put into the game, and that's what you're playing the game for, is to, get your fun out of it.
Oh, okay. Is that you? Okay, yeah. I think
it's...
your health bar wasn't above you. But, okay, I think this is as far as we can go for right now.
Yeah. Some people think that there's an impossible task. This is just a death trap, clearly, but others are men like me. Now, my friend Wes here, tell the folks how you got around this when you first played the game.
I just went around. I didn't want to risk that, so I just went all the way around like you can do and pull the lever, which is actually like it doesn't really matter if you speed through this or not. I mean, it's cool to speed through it, but it doesn't really matter.
Well, this is how men do it.
Real men take their time and get driver's licenses. Oh, what?
Oh, I'm dead.
But yeah, I love how you just got this giant, like, it kind of looks like this Jesus statue that's in Arkansas, actually, but because its arms are out and everything like that. It reminds me of that, and it shoots arrows. It's just cool. What, bitch? I'm not impressed.
I did that nearly perfectly. I didn't get hit, but yeah, I was actually just this is just stroking my ego, but I was impressed with myself when I did this. And besides all that, this just looks so fucking cool, and that device was really cool.
Yeah, I like seeing it close like that from a distance. I hadn't seen it from that view. Also, tilt the camera up. You can see like this city really well. This is a really cool, like this long path leading to this fucking arrow machine. And there's just tons of corpses with arrows in it, and there's blood everywhere. God, they should have stuck with the grizzly thing. Oh, what did you fucking do?
Oh.
Did you walk off a fucking cliff?
I accidentally backstepped for no reason. I was trying to run and it just backstepped.
Should we keep the audio going or stop it?
Stop it.
Jesus Christ.
Items for you, at a fair price.
Okay. I do really like all these arrows just everywhere. Like, it's just, these bodies are riddled with arrows, and there's just so many blood stains everywhere.
You sound like you like it a lot.
Yeah. What kind of a fucking, like, effigy is that?
Let those words be your epitaph.
It's got 4 arms. That's interesting. I didn't realize that.
Well, everybody has 4 arms.
Not... yeah, you're right. Just like I do.
This is a... I mean, look at this right here. This spot is awesome.
Yeah.
This looks so fucking cool. The
this
long
is like,
staircase, long hallway.
This reminded me of, like, old computer games. Like, old games like Diablo. It's just,
Don't go
like,
up there yet.
Such a badass looking place. And, you know, I can understand how badass can seem really cheesy. But that looks just fucking awesome.
It looks fucking awesome.
Yeah. It looks really cool.
Here's where you're supposed to come through. Yeah, but I don't know. I think you might be missing the key, man. But
yeah, I'm definitely missing the key because you went around the other way or whatever. I don't know.
I like this too. You'll never go past here, but it seems like you might. And
yeah,
I don't. Maybe if you have pure white world tendency or something. I don't think so though. I think I would have known about it by now because I have had pure white world here before.
There's a lot of shit like that in Souls games where it's like, this looks like this busted up fucking door is just another area, and then you never go there.
Yeah, it begs that question. What is there?
I think it's a good way to add like an illusion of that open world that they try and create, because that's something. What?
This is what we need to push through. This is the big shortcut.
Whatever. We don't need to do it. I don't give a shit.
Who gives a shit? I'm not enthused about this level any fucking more. But, did you see what's on top of here, though, on top of these pillars? I
These
don't know.
gargoyles.
Yeah, I don't think I ever noticed that before.
Yeah, I just noticed it now as I was descending. That's what it took us going through it and going back. I just don't look up into video games, I guess. That's something you rarely do. It's just you're so concentrated on what's going to be in front of you.
Yeah.
And I'm like a spectator, like a little faggot with this photog. I'm like a little tourist going around trying to take pictures of all the beautiful pixels.
You're just
and
a
even
photog.
I miss all this shit. Yeah, I'm just a photog.
I'm feeling photog fatigue for this level.
Man, you know there are some photographers who are like, I've got some photog fatigue.
Anyways. That makes me think of how my sister is taking photography classes in college now after her whole stupid fucking art bullshit with her giant hipster glasses and her open dyke shirts. But anyway,
I like this this stretch along the side as well. It's
Yeah.
cool to cool to cross. I really was when I did this.
That's not worth it. That's just a White Lotus.
I know it is. Actually, I think it's Stone of Ephemeral Eyes actually, but
Actually, I'm sure it's White Lotus.
oh, okay. But anyways, I had planned to do it because I've never missed that, and I've gone for it every time. But after this fucking experience, there's no fucking way I'm going
Yeah.
for it.
Not worth the risk.
I'm just begging to die. Like
Oh,
going for
I
it.
really like these stained glass windows. They look like, you know, it really reminds me of church when I had to go to church as a
That's
kid.
really fucking strange. But anyways,
What is?
that stained glass windows would remind you of church. It's just really odd,
What
especially
is-
stained.
Are you?
Especially stained glass windows in a church would remind you of church. It's just really fucking weird.
I'm saying it reminds me of when I had to go to church.
Oh, okay.
Fuck faggot.
That's even weirder.
And it makes me think of Heretic, because the game Heretic was a medieval game that had a lot of stained glass windows. I remember when I was forced to be at church, you know, when I was in hell, it was I would look at the stained glass windows and think about Heretic, and that would get me through. But that guy right there, for once it is be wary of liar, you know, making sense. Because if you don't kill
Right.
that guy, you can't kill the boss. I mean, that's so fucked up. I always
Casting his
killed.
fancy magic like seals all over the place.
I know. I actually did kill that guy because I explored all around. I killed him
Oh.
before I fought the boss. So
I have a story.
okay.
When I did this level, I went all the way on the other side, and I killed him with a bow and arrow before I even knew he was a thing. So I went up and shot him from the other side with a bow and arrow, and I heard him make some noise that was different. And then I thought I killed an NPC, and I was really annoyed with myself.
Actually, I think I remember you asking me, did I kill an NPC?
Yeah, I think you were the one who told me, no, you actually have to kill that guy. And I was relieved. Like, I managed to kill someone who was actually, like, gonna make the boss fight impossible to win. Which is kind of a shitty thing for the... Like, it's kind of just an unfair game mechanic, but that,
I like it. You gotta explore.
Dude,
Yeah.
imagine having to come all the way back here. It's fucking awful.
And you can
It's-
also be like, why can't I kill this boss? What is the fucking deal here? Oh, what's going on here?
What is that? Oh, it's a man who's made of red gland.
Actually, it's a woman, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
really
that's
like how I really like how there's just an invisible black phantom right there. It stands back up to die.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like GoldenEye when they would do those rolling animations and you killed them in the rolling animation. They'd stand up and then just fall over like, ugh.
Black Ice Stone, is that what you use to invade?
Yes.
I've never done a single invasion in this game.
Really?
I've only done the head wrap ones.
Oh, those are the easiest ones.
But dude, churches and fucking stained glass windows, Temple of Time, that it's just such a cool aesthetic.
I like that, how the door opens when you get up there, but then it opens to make a fog gate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's strange. There's a lot of that though in these games. It's like you open the. I've seen where you open the door and there's still a fog gate. It's like what's the point of that?
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. I
interesting.
like it.
Yeah. So let's say goodbye to this city area because things are gonna change after we beat this boss.
All right then.
Oh fuck! I forgot about Free Boy.
Oh well. I really like that. I always noticed the way that creepy, like Mother Mary stained glass window looks, and then this anime chick comes down.
Yeah, it's anime, but it's anime in a Souls way. I like it.
I can get past it because something about her kind of just makes me think of Twilight Princess.
I mean, the Maiden in Black is technically anime.
yeah.
It's cool. I like it, and I don't even I'm not even the one who doesn't like anime. I like anime. I just hate a lot of it.
For once, I'm actually from the opinion of it's not so much anime as much as it is just incredibly Japanese. Because
Yeah.
she doesn't so much look anime, but there is something cool about these guys here. Is they will run up and start worshiping the real one.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I really like that.
I was sure it was her.
Yeah, I see where the right one is.
Let me get some hits in.
Oh, I'm fighting the wrong one. I can kill this one actually. I don't know if they stay dead.
The first trap of many, I'm sure.
This is really not a hard boss if you know what you're doing at all.
It's not a hard boss if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I guess not. I remember the first time I fought her though, I got invaded and the guy fucking ran in to the fucking boss fight. Oh shit, we killed her.
Yeah, it's like she was definitely teleporting, so I gave up, and then you just you got the kill. Oh, what I don't like about this part though is you can't, like, if you go too far, you don't get all the items around here. It just instantly teleports you.
Yeah, you have to come back.
I was really bothered by that because I was like, fuck going back, fuck it.
I went back and it doesn't even give you anything good.
Right, it's like Lotus and Stone, and who cares?
It's some weapon like Baby's Nail or something like that.
Yeah.
I never used.
But this is definitely a cool arena. I like the fact that you have to like weave in and out of these church bleachers, and it transitions well to this like ridiculous prison, this hopeless prison, and it introduces you to the weird like religious cult following, and then it turns you into this like fucking fortress with some false god. It's pretty cool.
Right, it is really cool. And like all those guys fucking worship her, and I guess she is who runs the church.
Yeah.
I mean, is she the what they're worshiping? Like all together, is she the god of the religion?
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, everyone in the entire thing, because she's the demon that's exerting the power, making everyone crazy.
Right, she's a demon. I like her forearms. They look cool.
Yeah, because she's also the that forearm. She is that statue that pulls out all those crossbows. That's after her design.
It doesn't really look like her that much, but I mean, that's really cool. And you have to play the game a couple times and notice it and talk about it with your other faggot friends to really notice the story going on in these games. I mean, these games are awesome. The story to the Tower Later is just really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like games that make me really have an imagination about the environment I'm in, not games that just tell me, here's my environment. And you and I have both discussed, like, that's the kind of games that we would want to make ourselves. Games that put you in an environment where it's, like, really interesting and definitely has your vision behind it, but it doesn't tell you everything. It allows you to, like, fill in the holes with your imagination.
Right. These games do really well what Silent Hill did. One of my favorite things about Silent Hill is how, that series in the beginning is there's the story, and it's not all there. You have to piece together from what you can find what the story is. What?
My guy did a sigh the second he landed.
You better not fucking be sighing while I'm talking, bitch. All right. Are we done here?
We're done.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, bitch.
What in blazes do you think you're doing? Have you lost your wretched senses? I'm Baldwin. I'm not going down without a fight.
I'm sorry. I cannot die. Not while the Nexus binds me.